The Kuala Lumpur High Court has acquitted former Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Razak and ex-1MDB President and CEO Arul Kanda in the 1MDB audit report tampering trial. Judge Muhammad Zaini Mazlan ruled the prosecution had failed to prove a prima facie case against Najib and agreed with the defence that there is no causal link between the amendments made in the first audit report and the purported gratification. He said there is no evidence to explicitly prove that Najib had directed the amendments made to exonerate him from civil and criminal liability, and that he was merely concerned that the report would be spun politically. The prosecution also failed to prove how the items removed or amended could give rise to civil or criminal liability to Najib. The judge also discharged and acquitted Arul Kanda and granted him a certificate of indemnity. He said Arul had been unfairly vilified over the wealth fund's troubles which existed even before he joined 1MDB, and there was also no evidence to suggest that he was complicit or responsible for the problems 1MDB was facing. Bank Negara Malaysia or BNM is expected to hike the overnight policy rates or OPR by 25 basis points at the Monetary Policy Committee meeting next Thursday. RHB Research said in a note today that the consensus view is predicated on three main catalysts. Its economist Chin Yee Sian said these are the core consumer price index inflation remaining elevated into the second quarter of 2023, the nominal effective exchange rate, which is on a steep trajectory down, the possible announcement of a reinstatement of the goods and services tax in the second half of this year, and the rollout of a targeted fuel subsidy adjustment. RHB's 2023 peak OPR forecast is maintained at 3.25%, with the balance of risks tilted towards a print of 3.5%. However, he said despite the supporting evidence for a 25 basis point OPR hike on March 9th, BNM might also adopt a wait-and-see approach for the upcoming meeting. He said it might keep the key interest rate hike on hold to assess the impact of the cumulative past adjustments given the lag effects of monetary policy on the economy. PPB Group is seeing an increase of between 30% and 38% in its utility cost after the government removed electricity subsidies and raised the power tariff for medium and high voltage users to a surcharge of 20 cents per kilowatt hour from January 1st. PPB MD Lim Soon Huat said in a briefing with analysts and members of the press that the group is improving its operational efficiency as the new electricity rates would have a significant impact on cost of between 20 million and 25 million ringgit across the group. During the briefing, PPB also revealed that it revised its total capital and other commitments for the next 5 years to 842 million from the 875 million ringgit announced last August. 396 million ringgit will go to its grains and agribusiness, 357 million to its film exhibition and distribution business, 66 million to its consumer products business, and 23 million for the group's property business. At the close, PPB traded 0.57% lower at 17 ringgit 50 cent per share, bringing the group a market capitalization of 24.9 billion ringgit. Proton Holdings says sales of its vehicles rose 52% year-on-year to 14,033 units delivered in February. In a statement today, the national car maker said the sales volume was 20.1% higher than in January, while year-to-date volume swelled by 88% to 25,714 units. The company said its market share for the month is estimated to be 22.7%, placing it second in the rankings. This represents a 7.3% increase over last February. Overall, domestic car sales surged for a second month in a row, with an estimated total industry volume of 62,300 units. The Persona continued to lead B-segment sedan sales, with 2,313 units sold last month. Another segment leading Proton model was the X50 SUV, with up to 3,247 units sold in February. February. The third segment leader was the Exora MPV, with sales growing by 216% to 336 over the same period in 2022. Meanwhile, Proton sold 6,345 units of the Saga, 981 units of the X70 and 811 units of the Iris. N2N Connect, which provides integrated e-commerce securities trading solutions, has called off its plan to transfer its listing from the ACE market to the main market. The group, which made the proposal in June 2020, said it has now decided to withdraw the application after taking into consideration the continuing market volatility amid the expectation of softening in global growth. It said this is not the best time to proceed with its plan and that it would reconsider a proposed transfer in the future. N2N's management is still being led by founder and MD Tiang Boon-hwa and his wife Lai Su-ping, though it saw a change in its substantial shareholders over the past 2 years. When the transfer was proposed in June 2020, the group's substantial shareholder was Japan Next Co.'s subsidiary SBI Holdings, which divested its 23.65% stake to China-based Hang Holdings in April 2021. Shares of N2N closed unchanged at 48.5 cents, giving it a market capitalization of 270.73 million ringgit.